mostly Justin Skilligan is the problem. I'm just waiting on his schedule. Is all that I'm waiting on. When did you guys get married?
Good segue.
Thank you.
Yeah. Robin and I have been married for 37 years soon in this summer.
Congrats.
Yeah, it's good.
That's awesome. She's so great. I've only met her a couple times, but I just think she's awesome.
Marry up.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
she's one of the loveliest human beings I know. Very emotionally driven. So, I mean, but that tying into this is that without a supportive partner, how could we do what we do?
Impossible.
It's impossible, isn't it?
I mean, I know people do, obviously they must, but yeah, it's everything to me. I mean, like my stepsons, Graham, my partner, my friend group, Mary Alice, the boys' biological mother, like all of these people make it possible for me to do what I love and still have a family, still have some home base.
Yeah.
And which is amazing, because otherwise I feel like at some point I'm just drawing art from art. Like I don't have a life to also observe and draw from, you know?
Yeah.
And you have Taylor in the business now. She's brilliant on the pit.
Yeah. And she was just starting high school when Breaking Bad got its order to start our show. And so it was an interesting conversation, because when I first read the pilot of Breaking Bad, I knew that it was special. And I also knew that it shot in New Mexico.
Right.
We live in Southern California. So I thought, oh man. So I gave it to Robin to read. And I said, just so you know, this was offered to me and it shoots in New Mexico. There you go. And she started with a cynicism behind her, like, I'm not gonna like this.
Yeah.
And I'm watching her read it. And she's going through, and I keep peeking around the corner to see her. And she gets down to the last page. She closes it, throws it on the end of the bed and goes, shit. Because she knew it was great and I had to do it. Yeah. But it required me to be in New Mexico, away from the family, for 6 years. Yeah. And so I would fly home Friday nights, sometimes not Friday nights, Saturday mornings sometimes, spend one night, come back Sunday and start again.
Yeah,
so.
And luckily it is an easy flight, Albuquerque to Los Angeles. Like, you know, I thought over those years, like, wow, if as many friends, like, if you're lucky enough to have a series regular on a show, but if it had been Atlanta, I couldn't get home as much as I
that would be
did,
tough.
You know, or London, or you know, whatever. But yeah, you have to make it work.
Yeah, make it work. So
when I got Pluribus, I did sit down with the family and say, like, now we know what this is. When you know, they call me their bonus mom or their second mom, like when I'm away for these periods of time. And the boys were great about it. And the thing is, it's like, same thing. Like, I know the brilliance of Vince's writing and the stable of writers that he hires with him, but also the environment that you know very well that he gives you to, you know, push yourself, challenge yourself, get better. You're surrounded by the best in all of their crafts and all of that. But I just wanted them to feel, it was all fake, but I wanted them to feel like they had a say. No, I just was like, how do you guys feel about this? Because it was a longer shoot.
We will figure out what makes you different.
Figure it out, why?
So we can fix it. So you can join us.
How long do you shoot Pluribus?
I don't know if we're allowed to, have they said?
You're not allowed to say? I say you're allowed to say. And we'll cut it if you're not allowed to say.
We will cut it if you're not allowed to say? Okay. We shoot for 10 to 11 months. Yeah.
How many days per episode do you have then?
It varied. We should skip this. See, it's gonna, I do want that cut.
No.
I do. It just makes Vince sound like people don't understand that.
Every single show or movie that I have ever done that was great was the hardest thing to do.
Yeah.
It's so hard because the showrunners or the writer-directors, good enough is just not good enough.
Yeah.
And let's do it again, let's improve it. You know, just 2%, we can make it a little better, oh, we're running out of time.
Yeah.
And you get down to the wire and you keep trying to stretch it and keep trying to do so much. And Pluribus is like that too, because Vince Gilligan runs that show and I know him so well.
Every frame is a painting.
Every
composition.
single frame.
Yes. And the attention to performance, which I appreciate, like just fine tuning and modulating performances where you
Yes.
really get to try it, myriad ways and experiment. But I wanted to ask you because quite a few actors that work a lot, that are our peers that I've spoken to, they're very mesmerized by the fact that we only get our scripts one at a time on his shows, and you don't generally even get told an outline of what the whole season will be.
Right.
And a lot of people are like, how are you doing that? Like, so you have no idea like what the character's going to do. And I will say it was a new way to work. Was it for you? Because I'm assuming it was the same on Breaking Bad.
It was the same on Breaking Bad, but the characters, and like your character of Carol, you're going through so many twists and turns that are hard to fathom. You can't possibly plan ahead.
Yes.
And I just thought, no, this is kind of good for Walter White just to step into what's next for him, because it was such foreign territory, just like it is for you.
Yeah, for Carol Sturka in Pluribus, and then even for Kim Wexler in Better Call Saul. I have to say there was a lot of freedom and a new set of like techniques and different things to try. I mean, we try not to pre-plan or like be result-oriented anyway, but people would ask me like, but don't you want to know like if you're lying? Or don't you want to know if you're going to find out 3 episodes later that actually you do want that job or whatever? And there's such rich and complex life happening in just the one episode you have that I'm like, my RAM space is full. Like I'm just doing, like, I actually found quite a bit of freedom in it. That being said, we've all been in positions or know people that have been in positions where they're worried if what's been promised to them that the character is going to end up having anything to do is actually going to materialize. But I trust Vince Gilligan and all of his writers.
I trust him implicitly.
Yeah,
really
I just
does.
go, and I get surprised by scripts. I'm like, really? But it never feels like shock value.
It
always makes sense.
It
like,
makes sense.
Okay, all right,
but
so I
you
knit.
didn't see it coming.
Yes, exactly.
It's like, wow, how does he do that? It's amazing.
I don't know.
I remember shooting an episode of Breaking Bad where Aaron Paul's character, Jesse, comes at me with a gun because he thinks I poisoned the little boy in the show. And
right.
I'm going, why would I do that? Why would I do that? And I point the finger in the direction of Giancarlo Esposito's character. You know? Gus Fring, he's the one who would stand to gain by this. And this is, and so you think I did it? Then kill me. Then shoot me right now if you think I did it.
Yeah.
And then the next episode came a few days later, and I'm reading it, and I go, oh, I did do it. Oops. My bad. I didn't realize that I did poison the kid until I read it. So,
but it's interesting that you wouldn't have changed how you did that scene, right?
No, because he has to be believable.
He has to be believable.
But maybe I really thought that it was Gus Fring that did it, but it wasn't.
People mistakenly, I think, or erroneously think that Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould, who was co-showrunning and then showrunning by himself on Better Call Saul, they're doing it to manipulate us. They're doing it to withhold information and get you to do it. No. It's not that. No. And they also like the room to plant a lot of seeds and see which things are blooming. And Vince, he said, oh yeah, we love to paint ourselves into a corner and then freak out trying to figure out how to get out.
Every season. Every season of every show he's done does that. Your show, your other show, Breaking Bad, it's always, I don't see how he's going to get out of this.
Yep.
Even episode by episode is like, oh, which makes the viewer want to see more. I
agree.
And in what I found interesting of watching Pluribus was that you take the tropes of every science fiction alien invasion story you've ever heard, and it's completely the opposite.
Yes.
Like they're always ugly.
Right.
They want to kill you. Mm-hmm. They never reveal themselves truthfully.
Right. You're sure you don't want to be them.
You're sure you don't want to be them. They are invincible. They cannot be killed. Mm-hmm. They cannot be and everything, you go down the list, and he flipped it upside down. So it's fascinating watching Pluribus and going,
thanks.
I don't know where this is going.
Yeah.
It's so.
And where the comedy comes from.
Yeah.
It's real wily tone.
Yeah.
Within the scenes that we've had.
Wile E. Coyote tone sometimes.
It is. Yeah, we
really
had a blast.
Great.
All right, warm up my plane. I'm going home.
Good riddance.
I just watched the 4 new Malcolm in the Middles.
Oh, yeah.
It's hilarious.
Oh,
It's
good.
so fun. I got to work
Yeah.
with Jane once too, Jane Kaczmarek. She
Yeah.
played Whitney's mom on the sitcom Whitney.
Oh, yes,
and
that's
she was
right.
so great. But it's so funny and all this physical comedy that you got to do. But I just saw you also in the studio, so clearly you're a gifted physical comedian.
Well, I find that coming up, when you were doing a dramatic role,
Yeah.
like I'm sure right now they're going, "Ooh, let's give her some more dramatic roles," and you're going, "Hang on, let me pivot a little bit and do some more comedy."
Right.
I think it's really up to the actor, if they get fortunate, as we have, to be able to guide your own career.
And prior to that, like, I hats off to the casting directors that helped me fight those pigeonholes, because I came from theater and I was doing drama and comedy, then came out here with a sitcom. So then I was not just a comedy actor, but a sitcom actor.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then you do Better Call Saul. And I remember going in and Sharon Bialy from Bialy Thomas apologizing to me that there was somebody that wanted to see me for a comedy, but they weren't sure if I could do comedy and I needed to come in and read.
And
I
there you
was
go.
like, what?
Yeah. That's so
yes.
true. It's the same thing going from Malcolm in the Middle to Breaking Bad. There was only 1 year in between. And Vince Gilligan was my champion to get that role.
Right.
He
But coming
convinced-
from X-Files, that's where he met you, right?
Yeah, X-Files 10 years before.
Yeah, wow.
And now Malcolm in the Middle finishes 7 seasons. And now I was available and I knew I wanted to do a drama. And he was there and he said, he's the guy. And the execs at Sony and at AMC were like, "Ooh, wait, no, the goofy dad from Malcolm,
Right.
not to play Walter White. No, come on, we can listen." He's going, "Trust me." And without his championing me,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be sitting here now talking to you.
Yeah, same.
It really is
Same.
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In your book that I loved, your autobiography was great. I tell everybody to read it. I'm like, you don't even have to be in this business. The work ethic, the perseverance, the sort of macro look at life while having an artistic endeavor that you want to like feed that too, but you still have to make a whole life. The whole book is just I think it's a great guide in the world.
Oh, thank you.
But you at one point talk about your Malcolm in the Middle auditions and that there was very little information about the character. And so you thought about it. And I do this, our mutual friend Bob Odenkirk, he'll sometimes wonder like how far I'm getting away from organic instincts if I am so interested in what the cog in the wheel of the storytelling is, which I'm not sure why he's giving me shit about that because he'll never take his writer's hat off either. But at any rate, I'm not a writer. But I remember you saying in your book that you thought, well, the best storytelling here would be that he's the things the wife is not. So that's how you started to make a list of like, what am I going to hang this character on? You know, the architecture of that. And it's like, not competent, not capable.
Exactly. I wrote down everything that the character, Jane Kaczmarek's character of Lois, and all the things. She was strong, powerful, fearless, intimidated others, a sergeant of arms, disciplinarian, all these things. And I just wrote the opposite of everything she was. And I realized, I'm creating a list of characteristics of what became Hal.
Yeah.
Because I really didn't know what to do. I had 5 lines in the Malcolm pilot. The only thing I knew, because he was constantly reading the paper, he was, and I realized I had to make the distinction between disinterest, which would never play, and distraction. So I played distraction, but he was not disinterested in his family. So that was the thing I was trying to thread the needle on.
Yeah.
These things have lasted for 6 months.
You know, I can call back later.
Come on, Dewey, you've seen this like 1,000 times. It's just a normal human body doing normal human behavior. Undergrowth.
With Kim Wexler, I had 1.5 lines for the pilot.
Oh yeah, you were
I
right.
say something like, "We got it, Brenda." I can't remember what that one was. But then in the parking garage, he and I share a line with the cigarette. He says, "Couldn't you just?" And I say, I can't. And it said he takes a cigarette out of my mouth, takes a puff, puts it back in my mouth. It didn't say that I flinched, but it didn't say that I didn't. But I was like, let's just go with what's there because, as you know, the scripts are written beautifully. There's a point of view even in the action lines. And then it said she walks away and writes the trash can that he has kicked in without looking. So we know he's done it more than once. And we also know that she cleans up his messes without even thinking.
Right.
But I was like, but she has boundaries.
And we know there's an intimacy because
there's
of
an intimacy
the shared, it was
that
all
you would share a
all
cigarette.
there.
And when he says, couldn't you just, he means like helped me out upstairs.
Yeah.
And I say, I can't, which I was like, so they've had this conversation before, but there seems to be a distinct boundary that's about don't fuck with my work.
Yeah.
Or my
Don't bring
business.
this into my work. Yeah.
No. And so I was like, huh. And then I also had like very few contractions later in other episodes where other people have don't. I had do not a lot of times. And I was like, I could ask to elide that, but
How
let
far
me
apart
sit
were
with
your
this for a
contractions?
Good one. But I just mean, to a great extent, what you're talking about too, the economy of what was there also had answers that I found very interesting to create a character out of that, including it wasn't distraction versus disinterest, but I was often in scenes and I was like, doesn't say exit, but I'm not talking. Who is this person? And I was like, well, not speaking can be a position of weakness, but it can also be a great position of power to just let people hang themselves in a room. And so that's where I started working with that. Not a skill that I have.
No,
no.
There's no silence in your world?
I like silence, but I can't stop trying to. I
Fill the silence?
No, yes, as I'm doing. Well, you just did. You wouldn't even let me look for it. No, but it's also like, if I think somebody's being left out of a conversation.
That's nice, though. That's just kindness.
But that's also an
awareness.
ego. I had a therapist explain to me.
No,
Why can't you let this person be in
be
their
silent.
discomfort? Maybe they're fine.
Yeah.
You're uncomfortable with them being quiet.
Yes.
So I don't know.
Carol, she can show levels of kindness, but she's really uptight and really angry. At least that's the way it's coming across as a foundational emotion. How do you play that? How do you, I mean, I know that she's freaked out about what's just happened. And so as just a viewer, and I've always, every time I got together with Vince, I would say, don't tell me. Don't tell me anything. Don't tell me anything. I want to see it cold. I want to see
About Pluribus?
About Pluribus. Yeah. And so I just, like any fan, watched it cold. And I go, I don't know that I would be generous and kind and soft, and I would be freaked out.
Yep.
And I mean, your whole world is upside down. But there seems to be some chatter about people saying, oh, she's the angriest person on the planet. And it's like, I don't know.
Vince has said, what if the most miserable person on earth had to save the world from happiness? And we had a couple people say, like, is she the most, I don't think she's the most miserable. And he said, relatively speaking, in this new world, yes, there's very few people with any misery. Certainly the brilliant Carlos Manuel Vesca's portrayal of Manousos is pretty angry.
Yeah.
But Vince has said this on panels. Nobody asked that about Walter White. Nobody asked that about, Jimmy McGill of like, what's up with them being so unlikable? They were behaving in an honest way to the situation they were in.
You think it's a gender issue?
I don't know. I'm just referring to the part, you didn't, but I'm referring to the part when people are like, she's so unlikable. And I'm like, her wife's dead. They killed her.
Yeah.
The most important person to her, and also, obviously, a buffer to the entire world for her, for this misanthrope. Career's done. Might not ever be back. You may very well die alone and never speak to anybody again on a couch, eating a frozen meal, watching Golden Girls. There are no friends anymore. There's no family, and the world is saying we're just waiting around till we can take your brain away. And she's not polite about it.
On the other hand, that B. Arthur is funny.
She
is funny.
She is. But so yeah, my way into it was just the beginning conversations with Vince of him saying, in this very fantastical circumstance, I want her to be utterly realistic, completely honest. Like, if this really happened to you or I, when you start getting into that actory as if stuff, it's like, clearly this has never happened to me. But it's those questions we try to ask ourselves, like, I don't know if there was a car wreck on the side of the road, like,
how would I behave?
Do you jump out right away? Yeah. Like, and then you add to it the incredible obstacle of massive grief. We talked about the fact that, like, even getting up off the floor the next morning is a heroic measure. Most of us would drink a hell of a lot and just lay there.
I view Carol's anger as a manifestation of her fear.
That's fair.
And apprehension and trepidation about her world has collapsed.
And it's armor, all of it.
And am I next? And what?
Yeah.
And she's got to fight. So I never took it as she's an angry person.
Yeah, I didn't think you did, but when you said it has come up, yeah.
No.
And also, when something happens where everybody starts being nice to you and saying yes to you and being afraid of like, what do they really want? And I think Carol's in a position like she can't take it at face value. Anybody's act of niceness, any gesture of niceness, everything is like, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
Yeah.
I just tried to be honest in those things, which was really fun in that it's also how we found the comedy. Any of the comedy stuff that was not on the page,
Right.
you know, shooing the kids away, trying to talk to the television, like,
Right.
was just, we're very weird little animals when left alone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we
he
are.
wanted to film that.
Yeah.
And so that's often where the comedy came from. And then Carolina Widra, my just amazing co-star, playing
She's
such a
great.
deceptively difficult role.
Yes.
No actor tools at your disposal. Can't mimic the emotion. Can't listen and respond. All of this stuff. But
She's great.
she's great. But we knew instinctively there is something comedic going on with this, almost like Laurel and Hardy. There's a very straight man, and like I'm just a whirling
Spinning out,
dervish.
yeah.
And no matter how justified Carol is in her anger, she looks like a toddler having a fit next to a bunch of people that are just like,
Yeah.
okay, we hear you. Want to calm down? And she's like,
And how can we help you, Carol?
yes,
Yeah, it's like, oh my
it's
God.
good stuff.
Carol, once you understand how wonderful this is. Carol?
You're going into the second season
Yes, we are. They're in the writer's room right now.
in writers' room. And do you have any idea of where it's going?
No, none. I don't even know what she does with Adam Bomb in the driveway. I don't even know that if it's in there. I think it is because he doesn't really like to be a tease.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he would lie to fans.
No, it's
But,
there.
no,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, she's come back and asked Manusos if he would help, but that's a tricky relationship. He
Yeah,
just wants to
that's
kill
tricky,
everybody.
too.
I don't think she wants to go gun everybody down, so I don't know what her plan is. I'd like to think that if she told Diabate, who's Samba Shuta's so amazing, I lucked out with the cast, as all of Vince's cast have been great. I would like to think that when he finds out that they plan on deceptively trying to figure out how to change you, whether you like it or not, that he might help. But I don't know. He's having a really good time with those women. I don't know if he's going to come help me at all.
Oh, I think he's in heaven. He doesn't
Yeah.
want to change.
Yeah.
But there was an interesting turn for your character, too, in the middle, where she realized, I'm lonely.
Yeah.
Please come back.
Yeah. I
And-
needed a lot of help with that one because when you're filming it, the time passage happening off screen was something Vince really needed to like kind of poke at me and make sure I layered in there, and then to more and more of an extreme, this 40 days of isolation and how much he wanted that to affect her, almost as though she had been in isolation, you know. I mean, like with nothing, you know. But I was like, she could watch TV, she could walk around.
Right.
But it's the larger existential thought of this may never end. If you don't decide to at least live semi-delusionally,
Right.
you are just going to die alone and you're never speaking to anybody again.
Yeah.
You're just going to sit here and wait till you turn to ash
And watch every episode of Golden Girls
60 times. Yes.
many times over.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so
Does it hold up?
it does. It does. We had a good time laughing. We did.
So
We did. Wait, can you tell me why I don't get to see All My Sons here?
Oh,
You just did
and
it?
you did that play. Didn't
I
you?
did. I played Anne
You
at
did play it.
Arena Stage 5,000 years ago.
Nice.
Yes. But you just did it in London,
Yeah. 4 months in
and it's
London.
not going to come here? Am I allowed to ask that?
You know, we're discussing it.
Okay.
It's a possibility, but there's all kinds of financial considerations. Not for me, because I actually lose money when I do some theater.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah. There's just
So it's the same as when I left it.
it's the same. That's the same. It's just how exhausted you get,
Yeah.
and as you know,
Yeah.
I think doing theater is far more exhausting than doing television or film.
Always?
Well, for the roles that I select, I really, it's like, he's too nice, he's too sweet. I'm not interested in
Right.
that. I want to see the gut punch. I want to see where,
Hal is sweet,
and that's why I wanted to
but
go
a
back.
ton of obstacles.
Yes. Oh, he puts all
Like,
of them
I
in
wouldn't
front
say
of him.
damage, but like severe obstacle list.
Well, the fear of everything.
Yeah.
You know, spiders, heights,
Yeah.
someone's presence.
Planning. Planning seems to be a big one.
And he's got ADHD.
Yeah.
He's got all kinds of problems. But he's sweet. Yeah.
Your biggest problem is that we exist?
But you're saying that still is not as exhausting as like 8 shows a week theater?
Yeah, I don't do 8 shows a week anymore. I can't do that. I got to have those connecting days off.
Okay.
So I want it to be a standard when doing the West End or Broadway.
Okay.
Is to do 7 shows a week with 2 days off.
Oh,
in a
nice.
row.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people are having Sunday and Monday off now,
You got to
right?
go. You got to do it.
That's smart.
Or Monday, Tuesday.
In theater once, I did return to a play that we had done. It was called The Big Slam, and we returned to the characters, but it was only, I would say, like 2 years later. So I am curious what it was like returning to Malcolm in the Middle. What was the gap between?
20 years.
20?
20. We said goodbye
held up
20
well.
years ago, and then we said hello again.
Who first was like, let's do more, and
me.
then you? Okay.
Yeah, I thought maybe 12, 13 years ago, I approached Linwood Boomer, who created the show, and I said, it's kind of interesting that coming up would be our 10-year anniversary since we said goodbye. Wouldn't it be interesting to do a reunion movie
yeah.
or something? What happened to Malcolm? What happened? And when we left the series, Hal and Lois were pregnant again. So it would be kind of curious, did they finally get the girl they wanted or whatever? And he goes, nah, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. No. And so, okay. I secretly met with his wife, Tracy Katsky, and Gail Berman, our executive producer, at a restaurant in West LA, and we kind of plotted a
Wow.
scenario of how to start chipping away at him.
Did you go to like Jane or other cast members to also, and Frankie to say like, hey, let's do that, let's ambush him?
No, because I think he's very smart. He would have been wise to that. So we kind of had an idea, and I kept saying, well, I started it already. I'll just keep chipping away. And like a year and a half later, he said, I don't think so. I don't think so. That it would have to be a great idea that comes up. And I took that as a progress, because
Yeah.
the first time he said absolutely not.
That is door ajar.
And now,
Yeah.
I don't think so. Ooh, so you're saying there's a chance?
Yep. It would have to be a great idea. It's definitely an
And
invitation.
I think it was that character and those people that I was with for 7.5, 8 years, including the pilot, to say, we had a great time. It was a family, and we really cared for each other. We loved to see each other, loved to work together again. Why not?
Yeah.
So when it finally came about, we shot it, and it was amazing.
And you got everybody back, right?
Everybody except Eric Pursullivan, who played Little Dewey, the littlest boy.
Oh, okay.
When I told him we were doing it, he goes, oh, great. And I go, oh, so you're interested, you want to do it? Oh, no.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's getting a master's at Harvard, you know. and
Whatever.
he's like, yeah. So, you mean you'd rather be in academia than show business? What a loser.
Go have a career.
No, he was very excited, but no, he because when he left, he was a child actor.
Yeah.
And now he's a full-grown adult in his 30s, studying literature.
Okay.
You know, and it's like, no, that's his life now.
Yeah.
So he said, no, I really have no desire to do it. Anyway, but it was amazing at our table read how everybody like put your feet in
Just click right
slippers
back into this.
that were comfortable.
wow.
And it's like, there it is. Yeah, it was really fun.
The actual anniversary day is mine. You promised.
Under duress. I'll promise anything when you do that thing.
Obviously, I still see these characters I came to know and love, and like it's like, oh, it feels like wonderful that they're back in your lives. But everybody had a little bit of evolving as well. Hal, not a lot. I'm just kidding. No, but like, do you know what I mean? Like, was there a big discussion about like, well, what's different about this relationship or this relationship now?
I think what was great about Hal and Lois is that they didn't change. They just got older.
Yeah.
But he's still madly in love with her.
I know.
And that was
all
a
the
wonderful
anniversary
little
stuff
thing
was
to
so
play
sweet.
because usually at the time when the original series aired, it was a period of time when there was the husband who was always making the wisecracks and the wife who was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, to him. And we played it where we were crazy about each other and in a way needed each other to function in any way manageable. That's what we looked for.
I loved that
The
part.
kids were enough to handle.
Right.
And it was so, we made sure that we siloed our relationship that was separate from the relationship we had with the kids.
Yeah.
So that you can play at two different kind of beats.
Yeah.
So,
And I loved the young woman that you got to play, the new daughter, who prefers they.
they, yeah.
Correct.
Non-binary, yeah. Their name is Vaughn, a wonderful actor. And the cast we have is so great. It was so much fun to get involved and do it again.
Were the sets different, or did they have to rebuild the house? I was
They had to
trying,
rebuild the house.
and it's done to replicate the first one, because I didn't go back and compare. I was like,
Yeah.
is that the same house?
It's the same house, but for some reason there were no blueprints of the original house.
Really?
So, yeah. So they had to, you know, how they rebuilt it
Just watch.
is by watching the episodes, freeze frame, take a picture, freeze frame, take a picture of that angle as people walk through one room or another.
Wow.
And they put all the pieces together and then they redesigned the house from that. It was amazing.
Do you want to do more of them?
I don't know. I don't like to do anything as a stepping stone to something else.
Okay.
I like to do it. This is the reason. I used to chastise young actors who would say, I did a play and I didn't get an agent or a job out of it.
Right.
I didn't get the, it's like, that's not why you're supposed to do
agree.
a play.
Yes.
You do the play to tell that story and to be able to act.
Yeah.
Just do that. If you're doing something with an expectation of something else, you know, that you're gonna just set yourself up for disappointment. So everything I try to do is like right here, right now. It helps me stay present too. It's like, this is it. And I finish the play in London and that's it. And if we do it again, then it'll be a brand new experience and start with that conversation. But
Do you have particular techniques, like you're Meisner, or you're the, like, do you, or is it a grab bag, or what how are you approaching your work?
It
Is
is.
it different now than it used to be?
it's a grab bag because I've gone to about 8 different acting teachers and stayed with them for a couple of years, and being able to pull from each one, because I don't think it is not a one size fits all. I bet there are some things that I do that might work for you. There's some things that you do that might work for me, and oh, that's interesting. I think I'll try that. But it's not so rigid. It's not. And whenever I got into an acting class, and the acting coach or the teacher said, "This is the way you play that scene," it was like morning flag.
Yes.
You know, it's like
Yes.
I can. There's a couple ways you
agree.
can play that scene.
This is the only way to the truth of this.
Yes.
I'm just kind of like, I try very hard to go to set before my first day, if I'm not the first scene, just because I need to make some adjustments if I see, oh, we're only doing 2 takes. That's how fast we're shooting, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Versus like we're doing 26 takes.
Yeah.
That is a different kind of prep for what's repeatable, how much experimentation am I going to be able to do, or do you need to like come with a solid A game and then one risk, because that's it.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
True.
I am the same. I feel like I have to have other things at my disposal because the circumstances are different, whether it's my scene partner or the way I'm shooting.
That's exactly
or
right. Well, I mean,
whatever.
the writing of any performance art is all theoretical. The writer is there thinking, I think it should look like this. I think the house should be this way. I think this should be decorated. I think. And you can put it all down. And the way it's interpreted by the actor, like Carol's house, in Pluribus, it's like, but without you going to visit that set,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, wait, that's where the bed is? And this is, I have to recalibrate in order to figure out, because, and I do the same thing. I want to go into that set early so that I can get familiar with it, because nothing bugs me more than if I saw you walk into Carol's bedroom and look for the light switch. I go, oh, she's never been in that room.
Yeah.
You got to know where those things are, because we don't,
Yep.
you know?
I got to see the set for the Carol's house really early,
Yeah.
like studs and concrete floor,
Yeah.
and they let me write in that cul-de-sac on the back lot we built. They let me write in the wet concrete under her foyer that I was there and the date, and that I was so happy. And I mistakenly thought that the crew that's building that cul-de-sac were probably people that have are working on the show, or maybe worked on another show, or worked on Better Call Saul, because we use a lot of the same crews. We have a lot of Breaking Bad people, but it was not. They were a construction crew that was not
They're
working.
a
Have
regular
no idea.
construction
Not even
crew.
sure they have ever seen or heard of anything I've
And
ever
that's
done.
okay.
And that's fine, except that I was running up to that. I started crying because I had gone out to see the sets, and Vince was doing a scout and walking me around. I just couldn't believe they were building
A whole
all of
cul-de-sac.
this, you know.
Yeah.
It was my first lead part too, and I'm just like, what? And so I'm just crying, and I'm running around, and I was like, which one's Carol's house? And they're like, that one's Carol's house. I'm running up, and the guys they're framing and taping and drywalling, and I was like, guys, this one's Carol's house, and they're like, yes,
Okay.
yes, and I was like, I'm Carol, I'm Carol.
Great.
And they were like,
Can you not be here?
yeah, and then could not stop myself. I was just like, no, you don't get it, you don't get it. And I was like, I Better Call Saul, this other show, but I was like, this is my first lead, and blah blah blah, and blah blah blah. And by the end, they were all like high-fiving me.
Yeah.
Now, when I left, they probably were like, that show's not gonna go. She's a fucking lunatic.
She's a lunatic.
You are traitors to the human race!
I'm very excited for season 2 of The Studio.
Oh my God. It's
Those
crazy.
people are so great. I love all the producers and writers on that. I got to sit with them at some award shows. They're all
They're
so great.
lunatics
Lunatics in the best
in the
way.
best possible way.
So when you went back for season 2, wait, where were you guys shooting?
Venice, Italy.
Venice.
Yeah, as one does.
Right.
Yeah. And we
Cheap.
shot 2 episodes in Venice,
Okay.
recreating the Venice Film Festival.
The Venice Film Festival,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
It was
Did you see
so
any,
much fun.
Did you see any famous people other than the
Venetians?
ones people?
I
yes,
saw a lot of some Venetians.
Did you see any gondolas?
Gondoliers.
That's all I wanted to know about.
Yeah, we were in the gondola. I met a gondolier.
Oh, really?
Roberto. Yeah, he's fantastic.
So
but
famous people playing famous people in it again, right?
yes, we.
Can you tell us any of those people?
Lady Madonna.
Really?
Children at your feet.
What was she like?
Madonna's great.
Yeah.
I got to say, her work ethic is really impressive. You know, she's this international icon.
Yeah.
You can have a conversation and you sense a lull or
really?
a quietness in
Something
the room.
has entered the room.
Someone just entered the room. And here comes Madonna. Yeah. And she comes in and she is Madonna.
Yeah.
And there's Elvis and Michael and
Yeah.
Madonna, and it's amazing. And the paparazzi are everywhere trying to get a picture of her.
Oh, sure.
But I was really impressed with how much she prepared, how much she was, because we didn't know. What's she like now?
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
she gonna do? And it's been a while since she acted.
Oh, I guess that's
And
true.
so no one really knew. And but she was terrific, and she's very funny.
Is she, I was going to say, does
She's
she have a
very
sense of
funny.
humor?
She's very funny, and we had Michael Keaton and Donald Glover
Wow.
and Julia Garner, and it was really a lot of fun. And so that show is just bonkers.
Okay. Are you on drugs again?
Oh yes.
Are you?
Oh yes. Oh, Ray.
Yeah.
There is a scene in the episode dealing with the Oscars.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
Okay.
You will not believe, people will not believe what happens.
Really?
And it's,
And it's your fault.
I either propelled my career to a different level or completely destroyed it. That's the option.
Okay.
It's like completely obliterated it, like, what was he thinking?
Yeah.
Or, oh, did you see that? But
Okay.
it will be talked about.
Okay.
There will be
It'll be
mean-
up there with body hair shaving, which you opened Malcolm in the Middle with.
My dear, that's very tame.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
I gotta stop these fake cigarettes. They're terrible for you. Yeah.
Okay. I
But
will definitely
crazy
watch.
fun. When you get asked to do it, I hope you do.
I would love to do it.
Jump in.
Okay.
It's like trying to get on a moving train because
They shoot
right,
fast, right?
we shoot fast, but we shoot like 12, 14, 16 takes, and that's it. There's no coverage. It's like whip camera. It's here. It's
Okay.
here. It's here.
Okay.
And so you can add stuff, write your lines,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Oh, fun.
And hard. It's
Yeah.
hard.
Comedy's hard.
It's hard. You're pounding it and pounding it, and just a little, just the timing of that was just a little off, or
Yep.
So, but thank you. That was
It was great.
that was great.
I can't wait to see it.
That was fun.
And I love Catherine Hahn. I know her a little bit.
She's a
just,
hoot. She's a hoot.
And of course, the brilliant Catherine O'Hara.
Oh,
It's sad to see.
I miss her so much.
Of course. Of course.
I played Catherine O'Hara's husband
Did
in
you?
3 different productions.
What were they?
The last one was Argyle,
Okay.
the movie Argyle,
I didn't
where
see
we
it.
played husband and wife.
Okay.
And before, we played husband and wife in an episode of 30 Rock. And then now she was my nemesis in the studio. I miss her so much. She was such a joy to be with. Catherine O'Hara was a person like, you not only marveled at her comedic chops,
Yeah.
but when it's cut, sit down. I want to sit next to Catherine. I just
Aw.
wanna, she's that way. She was just that way. It's just, and just heartbreaking to lose her.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Well, I hope I get to be your scene partner one day. Because we never did actually be in.
We haven't
The
worked together.
storylines sort of crossed paths. I mean, in Better Call Saul.
In a way.
And you did, and you were there when Aaron Paul, when I meet Jesse. Do you remember that?
Oh,
and you
yes.
gave him a note. You told him to punch the rain. Do you remember this? It's like the fake rain coming
Fake
out.
rain,
And
just
he goes,
punch. I thought it was cool.
it was great.
It was a cool little moment.
It was really cool. Thank you.
What was so fun is that shooting Better Call Saul, we were kept in complete
Sequestered,
secret.
totally.
We were sequestered.
Yeah.
We went to this Airbnb.
Yep.
He had the top floor, I had the bottom, and we couldn't leave.
Yeah.
They said, you can't leave. You can't go out for a walk. You can't do anything. And it's like, oh my God, this is kind of exciting. It's like we were spies or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
And they brought food to us, and we had to wear shrouds. I mean, we wore these big things, shrouds were coming in. Oh, I pitched something for Better Call Saul early on. I said, Vince, what if I see a man, I'm going into a grocery store, I see a man or pharmacy or something, and I'm picking up something to do with cooking, like some chemical or something. And I go, and then you could feel the person there. And he suggests, I forget what it was, but it's meeting Saul.
Yeah.
But because it was much earlier, right? It was before.
Yeah, yeah.
I was going to meet him earlier. But to become, when Walter White died, I thought, wow, that's it. That was great. Good.
Corpo a corpo. Ciao Wallenby, come stai? Bello, spacchiamo i tavolini. Spacchiamo tutto. Ah. Ok, enigmi di questo tipo non sono... Cioè, non è neanche un enigma a sto punto. Ok, ho capito. Come stai, Wallenby? Che ci racconti? Capcom nella vita ha sbagliato poche volte, sfortunatamente una di queste è Devil May Cry 2, che poi non ha nulla, perfino il 4 ha una sua trama anche se bruttina. Lily e il DevOps. Ok, c'è anche qualcosa da raccogliere importante, adesso ci guardo. No, effettivamente Capcom, cioè, nel senso a me... Oh, mi sembra una di quelle software houses, si chiamano così, vero? Molto, cioè che riesce a fare bene o male tutto, cioè anche per dire il 6 di Resident Evil, che a molti ha fatto schifo, cioè a me è piaciuto perché, e comunque l'ho trovato più giocabile del 5, giusto per sottolineare questa cosa, non perché voglio andare controcorrente sempre, però l'ho trovato sicuramente più interessante e più giocabile del 5. Ma si vede anche con, cioè, adesso con Pragmata, cioè comunque Secondo me
What Mm-hmm.